England. A land of rolling hills, ancient forests and big cats. Across the British Isles, whispers travel on the wind, tales of large, phantom-like felines stalking the shadows. These aren't your typical house cats. These are creatures of immense size and power, their presence both alluring and terrifying. For decades, reports have surfaced, painting a picture of an elusive predator lurking within our midst. Could these be escaped leopards, relics of a bygone era when exotic pets roamed free? Or perhaps something else entirely? A hidden native species we are only beginning to understand. Join me now as we delve into the heart of this enigma, exploring the encounters that have left an indelible mark on the British psyche. Imagine a creature of pure stealth and power. A muscular, black-coated feline dwarfing any domestic cat, its eyes burning bright in the darkness. This is the image conjured by countless eyewitness accounts of the British big cat. While descriptions vary, certain characteristics remain consistent. A panther-like build, predominantly black fur, and a size that can be truly intimidating. These elusive felines are often linked to areas of dense woodland and moorland, places where they can easily disappear into the undergrowth. The wilds of Devon, Cornwall and Scotland are considered hotspots, with sightings frequently reported in these regions. The terrain, a patchwork of forests, farmland and rugged coastline, provides ample cover and prey for a large predator. Some speculate they are descended from pumas or leopards released into the wild when private ownership was outlawed in the 1970s. Others believe they are the offspring of animals that escaped from zoos or private collections. Whatever their origins, their presence is undeniable.
I often ventured deep into the heart of Dartmoor National Park. I relished the solitude, the rugged beauty of the moors filling me with a sense of peace. One crisp autumn afternoon, as the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the heather, I encountered something that would forever shatter my tranquility. Rounding a bend on a secluded trail, I froze. There, no more than 20 yards away, stood a large black cat. Its coat shimmered in the fading light, muscles coiled beneath its sleek frame. It turned its head, and for a heart-stopping moment our eyes met. My breath caught in my throat. The cat held my gaze for what felt like an eternity before. With a flick of its tail, it melted back into the undergrowth.
As a gamekeeper on a sprawling country estate, I considered myself a man of the land, unflinching in the face of nature's harsher elements. I dealt with poachers, weathered storms, and navigated treacherous terrain, all with a quiet confidence. But nothing could prepare me for the encounter that awaited me one moonless night. I was making my rounds, checking snares, when a guttural growl cut through the stillness. Freezing, I shone my torch in the direction of the sound. 2 points of emerald fire blazed back at me from the edge of the tree line. The creature moved then, a sinuous black shadow slipping out from the trees and into the open. I stood transfixed, my blood turning to ice as the cat approached.
Section 5, Sean's brush with the beast.
Sean, a farmer in the rolling hills of Devon, had always been skeptical of the big cat stories. He'd lived and worked on the land his entire life, seen his fair share of wildlife, but never anything remotely resembling a panther. That is, until one fateful evening as he tended to his sheep.
Hearing a commotion in the lower pasture, he grabbed his torch and rushed out, fearing a fox might be amongst his flock. What he saw instead made his blood run cold. A large black cat, far bigger than any dog he'd ever seen, was crouched over one of his ewes. The creature's muscular frame rippled with power as it tore at the sheep's flesh. Section 6, Eric's Midnight Terror.
Eric, a truck driver, often found himself on deserted country roads late at night. He relished the peace of the open road, the solitude a welcome break from the hustle and bustle of daily life. One particularly dark night, however, his solitude was shattered in a way he could never have imagined.
He was driving along a quiet stretch of road bordering a dense forest when he saw something out of the corner of his eye. Pulling over to investigate, his headlights illuminated a chilling sight. There, in the middle of the road, lay a large black cat. It appeared to be injured, its breathing shallow.
Eric, an animal lover at heart, cautiously approached, intending to assess the creature's injuries. As he got closer, the cat stirred, its eyes snapping open.
The Silence of Dawn. Claire's story. I was a wildlife photographer, known for my adventurous spirit, and I had come to the Scottish Highlands seeking the elusive Scottish wildcat. I spent weeks trekking through remote glens and forests, my camera my constant companion. Determined to capture images that would cement my legacy, I ventured further and further into the wilderness.
One evening, as dusk settled over the rugged landscape, Claire stumbled upon a set of paw prints unlike anything she'd encountered before. Large, round, and lacking any claw marks, they hinted at a creature of considerable size and power. Intrigued, and perhaps a little foolishly, she decided to follow the tracks.
The trail led me deeper into the forest, the light fading with each step. The air grew still, the only sound the beating of my own heart. As darkness enveloped the forest, I began to feel a sense of unease, a primal instinct warning me to turn back. But the lure of the unknown, the chance to document a creature of legend, proved too strong to resist.
These stories, though fictionalized, echo the experiences recounted by countless individuals who claim to have encountered the British big cat. Some dismiss these accounts as hoaxes or misidentifications, attributing sightings to domestic cats, dogs, or even escaped farm animals. But for those who have come face to face with these creatures, there is no mistaking the sheer size, power, and otherworldly presence they exude. Are they figments of our imagination? Phantoms conjured from folklore and fear? Or are they something more, a testament to the wildness that still lingers at the edges of our increasingly urbanized world? The debate rages on, dividing communities and sparking heated discussions among scientists, skeptics, and believers alike. Others argue that the very nature of these creatures, their elusiveness and ability to disappear into the landscape, makes finding definitive proof nearly impossible. The truth, as is often the case with such mysteries, likely lies somewhere in between. While some sightings may indeed be attributed to misidentification or overactive imaginations, others defy easy explanation. The sheer volume of reports, spanning decades and originating from all corners of the British Isles, suggests that something is afoot in our woods and fields. Whether these creatures are escaped pets, descendants of a long-forgotten native species, or something else entirely, their presence ignites a primal fear in us. They represent the untamed, the unknown, a stark reminder that we are not the sole masters of this planet. They force us to confront our vulnerability, to acknowledge that there are still forces in nature that lie beyond our understanding and control. The fear they evoke is not entirely unfounded. The mystery of the British big cat is unlikely to be solved anytime soon. Perhaps that's part of what makes them so captivating. They exist in the realm of the unknown, a tantalizing blend of folklore, speculation, and the undeniable possibility that something extraordinary lurks just beyond our sight. So the next time you find yourself walking through a moonlit forest or traversing a mist-shrouded moor, listen carefully. You might just hear the rustle of leaves, the snap of a twig, or the echo of a guttural growl, reminding you that the wild is never truly tamed, and that some mysteries are best left unsolved.